Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the gayest history podcast you'll ever hear. I'm your host, ZainClements-Hall, and we're finally wrapping things up today, which is good because I've been talking to myself a lot in the past month and starting to feel a little crazy. Okay, crazier than usual might be a better description if I'm being honest. Anyway, let's start geeking out, shall we? Our story today begins in 2005, when Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta got her stage name, Lady Gaga. Born in 1986 in New York, Lady Gaga quickly rose in popularity in 2008 with her debut single Poker Face, which is widely recognized as being about Lady Gaga's struggle as coming out as bisexual. Her status as an LGBTQ music icon would be solidified in 2011 when she released her single Born This Way, which was quickly claimed as an anthem for the LGBTQ community. From this point on, she was referred to by the nickname of Mother Monster, which was in reference to the drag houses prevalent in gay culture in the 1970s and 1980s, where the main caretaker of each family unit was referred to as the mother of the house. She accepted the title and gave the nickname of Little Monsters to her fans, as a way of showing her LGBTQ fans in particular that she accepted them exactly the way they are. She remains an LGBTQ music icon to this day, both because of her music and her activism on behalf of the LGBTQ community. The same year that Lady Gaga achieved the status of LGBTQ music icon, a future LGBTQ music icon was emerging from the shadows. Known to the public as Frank Ocean, he was born Christopher Edwin Breaux in 1987 in the town of Long Beach, California. Frank Ocean became an LGBTQ music icon a month before releasing his second album in 2012, when he penned an open letter in which he shared that he was attracted to both men and women, but preferred not to label his sexuality. He also shared that his first love was a man, for whom he wrote his single Thinkin' About You. Within the R&B genre, Frank Ocean coming out had the same effect as David Bowie coming out in the 1970s. Shocking at first, but ultimately accepted. This broke down barriers and allowed for other LGBTQ music artists to rise in fame in more unconventional ways. Our next artist rose to fame via YouTube, marking the beginning of the internet rise to fame. This marks an important transition because the rise of LGBTQ musicians through YouTube marks the start of a new era, where LGBTQ creators are able to be openly themselves without censorship. Tatra Call first found success on Broadway, but reached a wider audience once he began uploading videos on YouTube. Todrick Hall has been openly gay throughout his career, in the hopes of inspiring others to be unapologetically themselves. Through his glamorous productions, which he produces and stars in, and the original music that puts LGBTQ culture front and center, Hall has found a way to reach viewers in more rural areas where LGBTQ representation isn't as prevalent. Todrick Hall has further solidified his place in the LGBTQ community by bringing his elaborate style and performances to pride events worldwide. Another self-made music artist and political satirist who has found fame on YouTube is Randy Rainbow. Yes, that is his real name. I know. It's awesome. His emergence marks another shift in the evolution of LGBTQ music artists. The inclusion of overtly political content and musical parody. This departure has not come without controversy, since content that was funny and acceptably offensive 10 years ago is no longer funny and doubly offensive today. Nonetheless, Randy Rainbow is a prevalent figure in the LGBTQ music community and comedy community. Randy Rainbow was born in 1981 in New York, and after chasing Broadway dreams without much success, turned to YouTube as his creative outlet in 2010. His fame skyrocketed in 2016, when he began writing political parodies of songs from musicals criticizing the then presidential nominee Donald Trump and his constituents. Randy Rainbow's popularity increased exponentially over the next 4 years because of his talent for political parody and willingness to speak his mind, all while being openly and unapologetically gay. His fame continues to reach new heights, even with the change in national leadership, and he plans to release a memoir later this year. Even with the controversy that has come with his past insensitive comedy, which he has since apologized for, Randy Rainbow has cemented his place as an LGBTQ music icon because of his sharp wit, fast-paced lyrics, and love of musicals. All four of these musicians, whether their rise to fame was traditional or not, have cemented their place as LGBTQ music icons because of their willingness to be unfiltered and humbly apologize for their mistakes. What sets these artists apart is not only their openness with their own sexualities, but the ability to adapt to the constantly changing vernacular used to describe the communities they represent through their music. The rise of LGBTQ music artists throughout history tells the tale of a constantly evolving society inching towards acceptance with each passing decade. The LGBTQ+ community wouldn't be as accepted as they are today had it not been for these trailblazers in the public eye. If history is any indicator of the representation for the LGBTQ+ community that is yet to come, the future is bright, and representation will only get more expansive with the passage of time. And with that, we conclude our podcast. I hope you enjoyed listening to this journey through LGBTQ+ music history and that you learned something new. Goodbye for now.